Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach.
And I'm Mac.
Today we're doing our first impressions of Welcome to the Moon.
The moon. Okay, come on. Despicable Me was huge.
I was going to say, was it Despicable Me? Is his name Gru?
Yeah, Gru.
Or Crew?
Gru. Yeah.
Gru.
We're going to steal. It's iconic.
The Moon.
The moon.
But yes, this one is in a series of games. What did they say? It's the last, when you were reading the rules, the last of the trilogy of Welcome to Your New
Perfect Home.
Or Perfect Home.
Which is 1950s.
And then it has Welcome to
Las
Vegas.
Las Vegas, which is 1960s. And then Welcome to the Moon, which is 1970s. And you now need to escape Earth. Because it is no longer inhabitable. It's no longer habitable. So they think we can live on the moon, and your job in this campaign-style game is to get to the moon and complete missions in order to fulfill that. So I'm assuming it also has like a you can. Yeah.
So from my
understanding,
understanding,
stuff,
we only played the first game of it. I believe it has 8 different kind of pieces to the whole story, but it sounds like you can go back and kind of play any one of those 8 games after the fact.
Right.
And
there's adventures, I think, on top of it. Like they seem like they're separate.
Yeah,
campaigns and adventures. The first one was like a mesh of them because I think they're just trying to introduce you to the game, but
but it takes a lot from, if you've ever played Welcome to any of the versions, I think they all kind of have similar mechanics where you're flipping over cards and then you're taking a number and a benefit and then kind of putting it somewhere on your card. In this one, I think each of the 8 different types, I think there's 8 different possible boards you can use. They're going to vary from game to game, but typically I think they're the same. Although we got the Welcome to Your New Home and then Seasons, which gave us the dry erase board. So that was the first we experienced those, but they also have those in here as well.
Yeah, that's the only thing in here.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good choice.
I agree. I think ever since we got those, I think that's the only way we've played it. Because,
we haven't gone back.
It's really a solid way. And I don't know if they did that with Welcome to Las Vegas. We don't have that one.
We don't have that one.
So I don't know if they probably could have done it with that one as well. I'm not sure. But anyway, we played through the first one. And, a little bit of story. I wouldn't say it's like an overwhelming amount of story.
No.
It almost feels like it's just kind of added on.
Yeah.
Earlier I was thinking of a game that we played recently that had The Crew. Oh. That's what it made me think of, where there's kind of a little bit of story on there, but it kind of is just added on.
Yeah, it's like, here's why you're playing it this way, this round, based on a story, but that really has nothing to do with the actual gameplay. Well, kind of, yeah.
It sort of does.
The board.
I think it probably does a little more in here than maybe The Crew. Sure. I think that's a little more, even more tacked on.
Yes.
But it made me think of those, that kind of made me think of the same thing.
Yeah.
The first game, I thought it felt like it had more like bonus comboing than the original. I don't know that all of them are going to have that, but at least the one that we played, where we were actually blasting off our rocket, did feel like there were things in there that were kind of comboed together, which I really like in games, in the flipping right, rolling right genre of games. I do like when they have that. So that was one thing I think, just the normal, at least the one we played, I don't remember if Welcome to Las Vegas has it, but Welcome to Your... I keep thinking it's your perfect home. Not your new home, your perfect home.
We got it when we got a new home.
That was right.
But I think that it actually says perfect.
Yes. But yeah, that one doesn't really have comboing.
No.
Not really. So I did really like that in this one. And I'm excited to play kind of all the different ones. I like the idea of a flip and right like this. I think it just adds a little more to it. And I'm thinking possibly, once we get through this might be the only Welcome to that I'd want to play.
Really?
But potentially. We'll see.
Wow. Interesting.
But I'm kind of getting that feeling. Or probably play this one like 4 times for every 5 times I play Welcome to. 4-1 or something.
Yeah, so it'll get played like one time a year.
So welcome to your perfect home.
We have
We'll
so
get
many-
played every once
We have
every
so
5
many
years.
flipping rights that it's hard to get to.
Makes it sound like you're swearing. So many flipping rights that.
There's so many bourbon rights. That's what I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think any time that you take like a base game and like shake it up and diversify it, but keep like the core piece of what makes that game good, it's always like, oh, this is great, you know, because you're used to just putting houses in a numbered sequence and trying to get fences or whatever. And so when they give you kind of something to switch that up, it's always so fun, and I feel like it always does really well because they're not really, it's not like a big, you know, alteration, but.
I felt like it was just the right amount, where
Yeah.
they still had,
Yeah.
they still use the smooth, clean mechanisms.
Absolutely.
But then, well, so far, at least after the first one, doesn't feel like they added too much.
Yeah.
But maybe that it could happen with future ones. I don't know.
Could change, who knows?
Some of the future games.
But even
of it.
then, it's not like it's every game, and if you have the ability to play different adventures or campaigns or whatever, base, whatever, then, you know, you can play whatever style you want then, right? So.
Because I think what I heard from the Las Vegas one was that it got pretty complex, or it kind of, I don't know, was a little more difficult. It
Is
wasn't
that
as
also a
clean.
campaign, or is
No.
it? Okay.
But yeah, what did you think of that first play? Obviously, you didn't think the same as me.
Well, I mean, I liked it. I think it's just hard because I'm used to playing Welcome to in a very strategic way, or like, okay, not very strategic, but in a certain way, right? Yeah, over
When
time.
I see that pool cards coming up, I know I've got a chance at a pool.
It's like you've never played with me. I never go for the pools.
What?
I'm always going for the parks.
Wow.
Wow. So, you know, I feel like, you know, I was kind of set in an idea, like this changed it a little bit, but I was thinking, oh, you know, whatever. But I didn't even realize that one of the win conditions was a win condition. And so then I was like, because that's how you won, and I was like, what? That's not one of the regular 3 win conditions. And then we read it, and I was like, oh, I guess that is a win condition. So I was just totally caught off guard.
I heard you read it right away.
I know, but
So you
I
must not have
don't
been
think
paying attention to yourself reading.
I don't think I realized that implications of that.
You thought maybe you needed both?
I thought,
something.
and the way that it was going, I didn't think you were going to be able to race to that number so quickly. Like, it made it sound like it was very difficult. So I, like, painstakingly went through and filled out my card in a way so that I activated rockets before I filled out that thing so that I could get as many rockets. But that cost me time, and time that lost me the game. So I just wasn't ready to adjust how I was used to playing Welcome to. And so in the future, I'm going to have to be very mindful of that.
But no, I think that's why I did like it, because looking back, I think, well, both of us probably did not play it the way if we were racing, because it was more of a race versus the other one.
I would not have played it that way.
But that made it feel like what we were doing, our blast off, that actually made it feel almost thematic to me, because it was like all of a sudden I got
then why
all
did
what
we
I
even
needed.
have objectives? It was like, I was
You
trying to
don't
get
got time.
objectives, and I was like, nope, I got one, but only because he forced me into one of them, which gave me negative 25 points at the end.
It is what it is.
Yeah, thanks so much for that, babe.
But
So, no, I think it was good.
Yeah, I'm excited for the rest of this one. I'd put this one at an 8. I'm optimistic about this one.
Wow, and
That
he's
it'll be
not
good.
an optimist, so that's
I am not.
That says things.
So we're gonna have to do another video after we're done with all 8 of these and see if that actually happens.
See how it goes.
See if that actually happens. But I'm very hopeful that for how much I like that first. I want to say map, but it's not really a map. Just the
first campaign.
I don't even know what you say. The first adventure. Yes. Was pretty fun. Yeah. So I'm hopeful that the other 7 will be just as fun.
Yeah, I probably would give it like a 7.5 or an 8. I mean, it's hard because, you know, you're just taking a beloved game and kind of, you know, shaking it up a bit.
Kind of just smacking it.
Yeah. So, like I said, I just really was not ready for that win condition on that last game, so it kind of threw me off guard. But overall, like all the things we've talked about, I think it's a good shake-up, but not too intrusive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd agree. I don't know that the story itself is the thing that's going to be pulling me in and making me really excited. I
They're
think it's just
sassy,
the
though, because I was
maps
the captain, and then I lost, and it was like, did the captain win? And you have to say no, and it says, okay, so if the captain didn't win, then you need to go to this one. And then it was like, oh, sorry. You did great. And I was like, wow, the book is sassing me.
Giving you the sass.
So, yeah, I felt that.
Wow. Yeah, we
I
played
love it when a board game mocks me.
You do love that.
I love it.
Maybe you would have. If you had won and it mocked you,
Yeah, then
you'd
it
have
would've
been
been
fine
funny.
with it. You
Yeah.
would have been fine with it.
Yeah, well, I would have loved it if I had won and mocked you instead. That would have been the best.
It wasn't going to mock me.
That's what I'm here for.
Right. But yeah, if you've played the Welcome to games and you've liked them, I think that this one will probably be one you'd potentially want to add to your collection. If it's
And
one of
probably
your favorite
really
games.
good at like not just 2-player but 4-player as well. So an easy.
And it goes up
campaign
to
game.
6.
Oh, okay,
So.
6. Sorry, 6. So I think an easy campaign game. Or
Yeah,
game night
I would
game.
agree because it's all simultaneous. So
Yeah.
something you could kind of play, and it should be rather quick, I think. So yeah. But yeah, you can check out. I don't remember.
There's not a lot
Did
to
I do an unbox? I don't know if I think I did. Might have done an unboxing, but there
don't think
probably
you-
wasn't much
a
because I
lot
probably
to
didn't open
share.
it. Yeah.
They're like,
so-
don't look at this box.
So yeah, and now I don't even remember if I even did, but if I did, you can check that out. If not,
Let us know if you want spoilers, because
Right.
then maybe we can do something.
right,
But
right. If not, we're hoping to play through this one eventually and give our
between the two games we've
Full thoughts
recently
on it.
learned, this is going to be a lot of campaigning.
a lot of campaigning. This one should be pretty quick.
Yeah.
It says 25 minutes per game.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
It says right here.
I meant when we played it.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No!
Yeah, that's what it was. It wasn't like 25 hours. Thought you were doing the sarcasm. Maggie.
No. Nice.
But otherwise, we hope to see you on our next video. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.